you crack your eggs? Wow, there is actually a really good way to crack eggs that is successful almost all the time, and I didn't discover this until I was actually a grown-up. So let's look at ways people usually crack their eggs and the best way to crack an egg. When I was little, I was taught to crack an egg by tapping it on the side of the bowl or the pan or whatever we were cooking with. So tap and crack. But what I discovered is the best way to crack an egg is on a flat surface. And embarrassingly, I didn't find out about this technique until, I don't know, 5 years ago or something. So what you want to do is take the bigger side of the egg is where you're going to focus the force, not like on the end, but towards the bigger side. You're going to tap it on the flat surface. This egg needs a little bit more. Then you're just going to take your thumbs and open the egg out. And it is that simple. Then it's ready to fry or cook or bake with or whatever you're going to do with it. If you have your own backyard chickens, then you may have discovered that not all chickens lay the same sort of egg. They have lots of different variables in their egg shells. It's not just the color. Some chickens have stronger shells and some have weaker shells, and that's influenced by lots of things. Their breed, just the sort of egg they feel like laying, how much calcium they've got in their diet, and particularly their age. So some of my older hens, well, they used to lay really strong, firm eggshells in their younger years, now lay eggs that are quite brittle. So you want to be really careful if you have a chicken like that in your flock that you tap that egg very gently. Otherwise, you might just explode the egg everywhere. In my house, we call those the exploding eggs. Now, I like a nice, firm, tough shell that you have to tap a couple of times. And I found that the best chickens in my flock for having consistently the best shells are the ones that lay blue or green eggs. I like to keep lots of blue and green egg layers in my flock, so I always know I have a good egg for dropping into a frying pan whenever I want to. Since I've got an egg here cracked, let's look at how I like to fry my eggs. Now, eggs are quite delicate as a protein. They cook at very low temperatures, so I like to make sure that I have my pan at quite a low temperature, and I like to cook the egg nice and slowly. To fry a good egg, you want to use lots of butter. I don't use oil when I'm frying my eggs, I just use butter. Once the butter is melted in the pan, you just want to pop in your egg, and you can, of course, just crack it right on in there with that great egg cracking technique. And then I let it sit and just get cooked on the underside. Once the bottom has cooked enough for my liking, I do a quick flip to the other side, just long enough to cook the white, because I don't like goopy egg whites. That'll be no more than 30 seconds. Eggs cook a lot quicker than you think they will, so you want to get it out of the pan before you think it's done, because the heat of it being in there will actually keep it cooking even after you take it off. So a trick with eggs is to always take them out just a bit before you think they're done, and never leave them sitting in the hot pan even if the heat's been turned off.